Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And I've changed my plans about what I'm doing today on my channel like 4 or 5 times in the last 12 hours. The original plan was this. I was going to do a live stream tonight, right? I'm still kind of thinking about it. I don't know. But I want to do a live stream really going over season 22 because I love season 22. I mean, season 22 is like one of my prime eras in Doctor Who, right? It's like, I really love season 22. It's coming out on Blu-ray. So I want to go through each one of the trailers from the DVDs, go through all the DVD extras and see what new Blu-ray extras are adding on top of it, and really do a deep dive on the season because I like that season. What can I tell you? It was, you know, in hindsight, it's probably, it was like 8/11, you know, for John Nathan Turner, you know, the day before 9/11. He thinks things are going great, you know, season 22 happens, and then he gets the BBC boot in the balls, right? So yeah, so that was my plan, right? That was my plan of what I was going to do. I was going to do it as a live stream because I already have a video recorded and uploaded about the Doctor Who virtual reality video game, which, boy, is tanking hard and quite deservedly too. So I have that uploaded, ready to go. I thought, well, if I do a live stream today, if I do a live stream today, I can shut all that stuff to tomorrow. That's Monday. On Tuesday, I do a live stream, and that way I don't need any new content till Wednesday, right? I'm really ahead of the game because I've got to start promoting my my Substack. By the way, like, share, subscribe. And sign up to my Substack. I'll tell you what that is in a minute. But then, so many bloody rumours. It was not news. These are rumours circulating, and I think they're all bollocks, quite frankly. So I had to do a rumour patrol video. I mean, I had to. I felt it was prudent to do a rumour patrol video, which is where we are here. I guess that video on virtual reality is probably being moved till Wednesday at this point. Well, if I do the season 22 one on Monday, live stream Tuesday, okay. After this, I don't need content till Friday, okay? And I don't need to, because I do a live stream on Thursday. Okay, we're looking good. So I'm kind of feeling kind of happy about my choices right now. But then again, I always do. You know, I always have a very high opinion of myself. Fine! All that aside, like, share, subscribe, comment. If you're on Rumble, hit the Rumble button, baby. It sounds so exciting, doesn't it? Hitting the Rumble button, it's a little plus sign, okay? It's all it is, a little plus sign. I don't know, I'm quite disappointed now I discovered what it was. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Also, sign up to my Substack, right? Sign up to my Substack. After I finish this video, right, the first thing I've got to do is finish colouring Ice Warriors. What is Ice Warriors? Ice Warriors is a weekly strip I put out, which Stefano Carloselli did the art on. I write and do the colours and everything else. Okay, everything else. So it's in the same tradition as like the Dalek strips from the 60s and the Cybermen strip from the 90s. If you haven't seen those, they're gorgeous. Adrian Salmon did the art on a lot of those, Ron Turner and the Dalek strips. So it's in the same kind of feel tradition of, with those things. It's got a real dislike of authority running through it, right? Real hatred of authority. That's kind of where I am in life, running through it. But yeah, I enjoy the strip, so it's completely free. You get it as part of my Substack. A Substack is an email newsletter. That means it's emailed to you. You can also go and visit it online. You can comment on it, whatever you want. So if you sign up to my Substack, you get, I put out a bunch of comic book stuff because I like comics. I write and draw comics, but also all the announcements about my videos coming up. And if you're signed up, you get. I do my basic plan is when I'm not doing a live stream, I do one main video a day. I do that as a YouTube premiere. Sometimes I hang out in the chat during those. I stay quiet. I like to see what's going on. And then I do a minor video of the day, which is about something not Doctor Who, something not normally not Doctor Who, something not related. So you get early access to the second video of the day if you sign up to my Substack. If I can think of any other reason to convince you to sign up, I want you to sign up. Now, why do I want you to sign up? Other than I want to give you my incredible content. Because I like doing it. But also, the more people sign up for the free one, the more people will sign up for the paid one. Paid one's $5 a month. If you would like to support me, if you'd like to support independent voices here on the YouTubes financially, please do that. Sign up to the paid one. You get a ton of comic content delivered to you. Plus, I got other things I'm planning on doing. I've got a novel I want to put out. There's this book, is it season 13? freaking love this book. It's I actually designed this cover. That's how much I like it, right? Freaking love that book and season 12. So I want to do an illustrated version of that and put out a chapter a week as well. Finding the bloody time, okay? Finding the bloody time. The thing I really want to put out on my paid one is Crown of the Emperor, which is my new graphic novel. Just finished issue 2, right? So if I launch at the end of this month, I think I got a 2-month window to get issue 3 done, so I can keep it rolling. Anyway, do all that stuff. That would be great. Thank you very much. Fine. Rumour Patrol. And again, if you want to know where that comes from, Alien 3. And I recommend watch the extended version of it, which gives Paul McGann an actual story arc. Right? You understand what he's there? They cut so much out. It's great. It's actually a pretty darn good movie as well. I prefer the extended edition. Generally speaking, I prefer the extended editions of pretty much everything. Apart from, okay, little aside, the extended editions of Delta and the Bannermen. No! We don't need more Delta and the Bannermen, okay? I think there's a story there that can be edited down into about a 45-minute episode. If you get any, then you've got to do new special effects. You don't need to increase it, okay? You don't need to increase it. You need to reduce it. And if once you're doing new CGI effects on season 24, maybe we can have something replace the terrible, terrible caretakers from Paradise Towers, right? Maybe we can do that because oh my god, the least threatening monsters of all time. Fine, let's come out with that then. Let's move on to the rumours. So this started circling I saw it a week or so ago, but it started really circling on Friday, which for me is a Sabbath starts on Friday. And I looked at it and went, oh, this is bollocks. I've seen it before. Who gives a... Like, I'm not even going to pay attention to it. Schmuck that I am. Schmuck that I am. So, yeah. So this was... you can see the sentence bit said, eh? According to a BBC source, David Tennant has been cast as the next Doctor. Really? Now, this is a weird one, isn't it? I mean... Although you can't really completely discount anything, can you? Again, remember that I talked earlier about the day before 9/11, right? Yeah. The day before Russell T Davies announced his return to Russell T Davies' return was announced to Doctor Who. Who would have said, oh, Russell T Davies, yeah, he's going to come back? I mean, we were saying it as a fantasy thing, right? There was a rumor about it about, I don't know, 6 months ago. Or, no, about a year ago, I should say. That, there was a takeover being planned by Moffat and Russell T Davies, and it just seemed like fan wankery to you. Yeah, just pure fan wankery. And then it turned out to be true, sort of. So I can't discount anything right now, right? I can't discount anything at all. I mean, especially given that the entirety of the news media and social media, they're not really trustworthy, are they? In terms, I mean, like on real things, on like, not Doctor Who, but real stuff. They've just been lying a lot and not really caring. Anyway, so the source is they're saying is from Reddit, and he says it's the same source that what's the word? That said Sacha Dhawan was going to be in season, what was it, 11 as the Master, right? But it could be true, or they could just be saying that to give themselves some kind of bona fides, right? They could be. The source states that Tennant will not be a rehash of the 10th Doctor, but he will be as the 14th Doctor. As the 14th. Now, the other question you got to ask is, what does David Tennant want to bring to the role that he hasn't already brought? I mean, he seems to be doing very well. We're doing like lots of adventure type. He just finished Around the World in 80 Days. They got a second season of that. He's playing Phileas Fogg. And he just, for him, as an actor, I can see him wanting to move forward. I just don't see him wanting to do, unless he has something really different he wants to bring to the table. It could be, right? It could be. But I find it unlikely. Yeah, so this is the rumor. Tennant will be used for 3 specials, which will include the 60th anniversary before a new actor. Well, okay. See, that seems to be unlikely right there because the 60th anniversary is in November. I don't think you're seeing a second special before Christmas, are you? You're like, really? November, end of November, right? He said that's the first episode going to be aired, right? So So 3 specials. So if they're going to regenerate the Doctor before a new Doctor comes 15th on a special, it seems like they would want to do it on Christmas Day, right? It seems that's where you want to get the eyes on it. A Russell T Davies crowd-pleasing special on Christmas Day, with David Tennant. Yeah, I can see the BBC getting very excited at that idea, right? Seemingly, no, I take that back. They have no interest in ratings whatsoever, do they? They really genuinely, as proved by Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who. Seemingly, this approach is being used to bring back viewers. It sounds like fan wankery, right? It sounds like fan wankery. I don't know. I guess we're going to wait and see. That's why we're all really waiting for the casting announcement, any kind of announcement, because that's going to be hopefully indicative of the direction Russell T Davies wants to go. There's 2 schools of thought. He's woke as hell, which he is. like, have you seen Years and Years? It was, his existential angst at there being Brexit and a Trump vote that he didn't like, right? And then everything he believed in the last year has been proved wrong. Brexit seems that Britain seems to have done quite a bit better than the rest of Europe for going into Brexit. Yes. It was done in the stupidest, worst way possible. I understand. And it wasn't real, but yeah, I get it, okay? It wasn't done well. But Britain seems to have not experienced any of the dire circumstances that the Remainers screamed was going to happen. Yes, we're all going to die. So, I don't know. And again, with Trump, he hated Trump so much, and now look at the past year with Biden. It's been crazy, right? So prove completely. So he is woke as hell. He is woke as hell. He did a woke as hell speech the other month, saying that we can't throw our T people from the LGBTQ plus alliance under the bar. They have to nobody's doing that, mate. Okay, nobody's doing that. Dave Chappelle's just saying, why are you being such a drama queen, right? So he is woke as hell. He's also an incredibly talented writer at the top of his game who likes money, right? Who likes money and success. He does. I mean, I think he'll be quite open about that. That's what I like about Russell T Davies. He's a very honest person. Generally speaking, forget his talent. On a moral level, I think he's in a completely different ballpark to just about everybody else in the entertainment industry. And I don't know if he's really like that or if he's pretending to be like that, but even pretending to be like that makes me like him, right? He's never speaks badly about other people. I absolutely adore that, right? And there's a lot and Stephen Moffat did a little. You heard about breakdowns in the peaceful writing of Doctor Who during Moffat's era. The high turnaround of producers kind of does indicate that, doesn't it? So, while in Russell T Davies here, it was Russell T Davies, Phil Collison, also coming back for RTD2, very excited. Phil Collison and Julie Gardner, the 3 that ruled as one, right? And I think we're getting more of the same. I'm looking forward to hearing a Murray Gold announcement. Anyway, I just don't think David Tennant's coming back, but I didn't think Russell T Davies was coming back. So this story, which I blew off, and I was again doing my season 22 live stream today. That was my plan when I woke up this morning. Season 22 live stream, but so many people have sent me this stuff because it's got picked up by the national media and it is everywhere now. So yeah, I guess I got to do a video about it, haven't I? Doctor Who, Jodie Whittaker and replacement and old Time Lord as Star makes return. It's a really bad headline. Doctor Who, Jodie Whittaker replacement, and there should be colon. And Old Time Lord as Star makes return. It's really, really bad. Doctor Who's got Jodie Whittaker could be replaced by an Old Time Lord. It has been revealed. And why? The first female Time Lord, Jodie Whittaker, served as the 13th Doctor in 2018 up until now. Yes. I think the service was really with us who stuck with it. I didn't stick with it. I want to be clear. I stuck with it for the channel so I could review it and take the piss out of it, which I found a way of dealing with my existential angst at how awful it was because I so love Doctor Who, right? Just where I roll, baby. Sadly, along with the show's former current writer, Chris Chibnall, the Huddersfield actors have made the decision to step down, and BBC producers are now on the hunt for a new talent. Why is this sad? It's been unbelievably bad and unsuccessful, right? Sadly, it hasn't worked out well. I think that would make more sense. But could the mystery figure be right under the viewer's nose? According to the latest figures from William Hill, former Doctor Who, could replace Whittaker in the TARDIS, pricing them at an impressive odds. That's interesting. So, Good Omen star and Doctor Who alumni David Tennant is a contender for the next Time Lord, as they put him at 16-1. I mean, man. This is the time where you really want to have a TARDIS. Because if it was him, right, it was him, I would so put a couple of £100 on that. Like a couple of pounds, 16-1. No, not a bad day's work, mate. Not that bad day's work. That's what, baby? 3,200. Yes. But don't gamble, kids. It's a bad idea. Listen, here's what I know about gambling. If I'm given a tip, it's a three-legged nag that will not survive the third furlong, right? That's your only rule. So if I'm saying put money on it, it can't be him. It can't be. Tennant is among the key contenders linked with the popular British roles, despite him previously having played the titular character from 2005 to 2010 as the 10th reincarnation. Was he the 10th? He's the 10th Doctor, but you put the War Doctor in, it's the 11th, and if you add in the Timeless Children, it's 6 billion and 14. Who cares? All right, Timeless Children is I got to believe it's going right. I have got to believe it's on its way out. Some fans deem the actor as irreplaceable after his departure from the show. Reportedly left it close to cancelling entirely. Well, yeah, there what? Not really. I think there was elements in the BBC, probably the same elements in the BBC that assumed Russell Davies was going to cast Tom Baker. In 2005, that really happened. They're like, well, you can bring Tom Baker back, and I was like, I hadn't really thought about that, but there were elements there, and they didn't see it being successful without David Tennant. It was because they didn't see Doctor Who. They don't really understand what they're doing. Oh boy, tune in to my Doctor Who Edge of Reality virtual reality video whenever that airs, because boy, corporate blundering to the extreme on that one. It's unbelievable. I mean, I kind of believe it, but it's unbelievable. So yeah, some fans deem the actors are replaceable after for me, I never really liked David Tennant's Doctor that much. I didn't dislike him. I didn't like the there was a lack of gravitas that you saw of him coming in. And that only kind of had to build up over time. I think it was his confrontation with, what's it called again? The K9 episode, the school reunion, the Krillitane, when he had that confrontation with, what's his name? I'm thinking of the coffee commercial, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. What's it good? Anthony, whatever his name is. But he had that confrontation when they said, I'm so old now. Because then you kind of got a feeling of the man behind, or the Time Lord behind, the exterior. And that really worked. But still, he's never really been my favourite. I like Rusty Davies a lot. So he happened to do a lot of good stories that I liked, and I like the success of it. That's really the truth. I love Doctor Who being insanely successful. It was weird, right? It was weird. Somebody who grew up in the 80s, I grew up in the 70s, really. But yeah, it was just weird, right? It was so successful. So I think honestly, it was a combination of things. It was for the first time, I think on British TV, we saw a contemporary sci-fi family action adventure drama in the same vein as we see American shows, but we saw it with like decent special effects and production values, and we were like, and it had, London Eye and the big red buses all the way through. It felt very, very English. I think people were very excited about that. I'm very blown away by that. And then when you brought David Tennant in, he's a dishy bloke. He very, very, the lead is like David Tennant. I think it's fair to say the lead is very much like David Tennant. I think that's what kicked it into overdrive. I don't actually think it was his performance per se. That was more of a combination of things that made him so incredibly successful. So yeah, listen. I can certainly see elements in BBC saying, oh, yeah, David Tennant being brought back, that would be great for us if they cared about ratings. But they don't care about ratings. Have you seen EastEnders ratings recently? And they're still putting 50 million into building a new set for it, apparently, or they just did. Later, Matt Smith took over the time-traveling role and played the part for an impressive 4 years, one less than his predecessor. Both have very, very good past post-Doctor Who careers. Tennant has remained a firm fan favourite amongst Whovians, with his tenure generally considered one of the best of the rebooted series, which returned... I mean, it was one of the most successful. I mean, if we're going on metrics, it was the most successful. Was it more successful? Also, yeah, I think another reason it was so successful was Doctor Who being on Netflix in America at the time, right? Once the Americans really got hold of it and decided they liked it, it just made us like it more. It was weird. But I really think that was, again, a conjunction of fortunate happenstance, which, let's be fair, the same conjunction looks like it's happening. They look like they're going to very much bring back the same team, right? Phil Coulson's going back. I'm very happy about that. Although it has not been confirmed who will be stepping into the 14th Doctor, the programme's former showrunner Russell Davies will be making his return. Is set to replace Chris next year. What the hell? Although it has not yet been confirmed who will be stepping into the 14th Doctor, the programme's former showrunner Russell Davies will be making his return and is set to replace. Oh, this should be one paragraph. Chris next year. Shouldn't it be Chris Chibnall, current showrunner this year? Which allows a speculation that Tennant could be eager to work with. Hey, listen, he looks the right age. He likes the role. I don't know. It's from a career move. I can see turning up as a one time or a couple of times, but I don't know. Although, you know, the show's in a real state, right? It's in a real state. I don't know. They've got to do something to pull it out of his nosedive. So here we're going to get to the bit why he suddenly appeared in the bookies odds. Since leaving the show, the TV actor has starred in Around the World in 80 Days. That's why he's in a popular drama right now. And being in a popular drama right now puts you in the frame to be Doctor Who. Des, which won a National Television Award for... I got to see that. I got that on one of my hard drives. Just can't go wait to see. Broadchurch. Well, yeah, it's a job's a job. Good Omens and Stage. Stage is brilliant. And there we got a bit of Lydia West action going on under here. While Sam fans are eager to see the previous actor return, Tennant claimed he had no idea who would be playing the dark part of the 14th Doctor. That doesn't mean anything. They might be lying. Yeah, what happened to the world that we forgot people lie? Right? Like, for all kinds of reasons, people lie. Okay, he might be lying. That could happen. Tennant claimed he had no idea who'll be playing the part of the 14th. The new series, which is set to end 2023, has been under fire after New Year's Day special release received the lowest viewing figures. 3.21. I think is the number you want. Million tuning in for figures tuning in for a modern episode to date. No, it's not. Everything about that sentence is wrong, but okay. A spokesman on BBC says Doctor Who is one of the most popular shows on BBC iPlayer. Okay, this is their go-to, right? This is their insane go-to. They said, listen, we're still number 17 or number 8 or whatever. We're still in the top 20 of BBC shows. Yes, but BBC shows, all TV shows, get approximately 50% of their viewership they got 5 years ago, right? So, yeah, if you discount... if you don't take into account the people that you've alienated, you're doing fine. I think you should probably take those into account, right? I think it's a little bit bullshit that you don't, quite frankly. The broadcasting service claimed the show generated 7 million streams. And yeah, it's not that much, mate. Okay. For a series of, what was it? Does this include even the Daleks? For a series of 6 episodes, getting 7 million is on catch up. Isn't that impressive? Honestly, Capaldi got that on 2 episodes, let alone 6. So it gives you an idea. The broadcasting. Oh yeah, and they also, I love the way it says claim they generate 7 million. That means 7 million people watch it for 2 minutes or more, right? Maybe not that more. In the program's 13th outing, they have choosing options which could explain the dip in figures. No, the dip in figures we're going to explain any minute now, right? Any bloody minute. Because we got a lot of news and rumors to get through. Although the much loved comic has far to go before taking the lead, could be subject to what? What comic? What are we talking about? Oh, I missed a whole bunch of stuff. Tennant's former co-star Michael Sheen also seen taking the reins in the Bright Brew time capsule as the book is put at 5-1. He said he's not in either, making him slightly more favourable in the long-awaited race. Besides Sheen, another one of Tennant's castmates has been also listed for regeneration as former companion Catherine Tate, who played Donna Noble, and picked up 66-1. Again, I think Catherine Tate probably would be better than Jodie Whittaker. I don't think it's really for her. Go check out Donna Noble, Kidnapped from Big Finish. That shows you what a Catherine Tate-led Doctor Who-esque thing will be. And it was very good. It was actually very, very good. Although the much like comic has far to go before taking the lead, figures could be subject to change. Tate's character had a taste of target ownership as the Dr. Donna, but remains to be seen whether she'll be played. I don't think so. It's a Sin Star, Lydia West is the current favourite at 11-4. Which we are going to be talking about in a second. Joining her at the top is West co-star and male actor Amari Douglas. I think that one's got more legs than any of the ones we mentioned so far. With stars benefiting from a connection between screenwriter Davis and the return of the show in 2023. Whittaker has previously gushed over West's reprisal of her role, reprising her role, but did state she had no idea if she had been. She had no idea who had been confirmed. Darling, you just have no idea, right? Speaking earlier this week on Read Room, I said if I had the power, I'll pick an actress who I think really would be exciting and phenomenal. I mean, honestly, how do you have somebody who has failed so massively, right? Failed so insanely massively, and then ask them, well, I guess they do. I mean, again, I don't want to keep harping on politics. I just see things and my mind just can't accept it, like, as being real. I watched a press conference with Joe Biden, was it last week, where he said, "Oh no, I've overperformed. Like, just look at Afghanistan. That was wonderful." But it seems to be the same thing. But okay. So now the Mirror also runs a story about Lydia West suddenly becomes the Booker's favorite to be the next Doctor Who. Now the Mirror has been proved to be the best source so far, in that they got, it was right about Whittaker leaving, they were right. What else? They announced a few things, I can't remember what it was, but they got quite a good thing. But read what they're saying. The story is, she's the favourite of the bookies, not saying she's been chosen at all. So they said the bookers seem to be a fickle bunch. Last week, one established star tipped to be the new traveling, and now an up-and-coming actress is up for the dream. Oh, she looks pretty darn hot there. Is that on It's a Sin? Just so we go, 44-year-old Danny Dyer was the Booker's star. Yeah, exactly. What bollocks. That just felt like bollocks at the time, didn't it? Look, she's been in It's a Sin. She's a woman, and people don't want to admit that it hasn't worked. That's all it is. That's the entirety of what it is. She's most a new favourite, with many punters believe she'll replace Jodie Whittaker as the next Time Lord. A week before, Danny Dyer was odds stacked up to 2-1, but is now slipped to 5-1. I just hope they announce something soon. Wouldn't that be great? Alexander, Murray Douglas, blah, blah. Same thing over and over and over and over again, okay? So then she was saying, the actress hinted she's regretted her decision to quit the long-running show. Yeah, her decision. Right, yes! Oh, it was all my decision. 3 and out. Yeah, no, you're lying. Okay, you are lying. She said in an interview last October, you know what I'm like? I'm a crier. Yeah, you're certainly not an actor, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm a crier. I had to do my final backstage interview today. And we haven't finished filming so I can avoid the thoughts of a bit more. But obviously, the behind-the-scenes stuff, it was slightly concluding way, and you could tell how you feel about the crew. I just lost it, you darling. Darling, most Doctor Who fans have lost it. But yeah, I was crying my eyes out. It sounds so Doctor Who-y. This person sounds like an absolute perfect choice to play Doctor Who. Yeah, I've cried my eyes out. Yeah, you know, saw Tom Baker do that all the bloody time, didn't you? I always knew this was the best time I'll ever have as a job. Darling, this is the last job you're ever going to have. I mean, really? Maybe not, though, because again, my brain is still somehow tethered to sanity and reason, even through all this. And I don't understand how. Sanity and reason still is like, whoa, that's got to mean something. No, again, I saw Joe Biden say, oh, look, I'm so successful. Look how well I did with Afghanistan. My brain just can't really process it, right? Process it. So, yeah, so basically what's going on is this. People just don't want to admit that nobody likes this new iteration of entertainment, which is packed with identity politics. And it's not just packed with, it's generated from identity politics. Every single time they tried it. And we got about 5 years worth of data now, right? Every time it's been tried. Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, DC Comics, Marvel Comics. I'm amazed that 2008 is still going, because they're the only reason they still, I think, is around because they still keep Judge Dredd. They haven't given Judge Dredd a pink helmet, right, and give him a female change, body swap or whatever bollocks they're going to do. But every story in that magazine, in that comic now, is about stunning and brave female heroes, including Judge Dredd. It's always like when I gave up reading 2000 AD. It was the story where Judge Dredd was like the sidekick to a stunning and brave female judge accountant. And I'm not joking. That was actually the plot. So nobody wants to have a mea culpa. Nobody wants to say, oh, that didn't work, right? Honestly, I think if Jodie Whittaker's era had worked, and it was even getting ratings comparable to Capaldi's, right? If it had worked, I would have just moved on and say, look, this isn't for me. The world's moved on. If any of these things have moved on, if any of these things have worked, right? If any of these Star Trek had worked, right? 5th season of Discovery, nothing matters, right? Nothing matters. If any of them had worked, then I'll be like, okay, fine. But none of them worked. And the patience people have for them are becoming less and less and less. So the BBC are front and center of this trend to make everything unwatchable garbage. As pointed out by Jeremy Clarkson. Now, Jeremy Clarkson's booting from Top Gear, which I don't drive, so I was never that interested in Top Gear. But his booting from Top Gear, I think, was one of the opening salvos in this culture war that we're in, right? I really do. And the BBC have got a strange moral center, isn't it? I mean, like, well, pedophiles, oh, they're okay. We like them. Would you like a show? We'll protect you for 30 years. Oh, yeah, no. Wait a minute. Oh, we'll put a statue of a pedophile outside freaking TV center. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Abuse, that's fine. Everything is fine. Saying something a bit salty. No, can't have that. No. But you're literally having sex with children. Yes! That's fine, but you said something a bit salty, so nah. That's the BBC for you. That is a hypocrisy of the BBC with you. And I think you can really taste it, right? In all their output, which is really one of the reasons why they're not doing so well, right? I mean, it's really one of the reasons that they're going, right? The BBC has lost the love of the British public. And now, finally, when who was it? The government said, "Oh yeah, you're screwed, babe. You're not getting by 2027. You're toast." And everybody went, "Yay!" Apart from the 2% of people that live on Twitter, or half of those people, right? But most people went, "Yeah, I don't watch it anymore because it's crap." So why is it crap? Jeremy Clarkson swipes at the BBC show Doctor Who for lecturing viewers as ratings drop. And ratings have dropped, just the same way as everything else. Ratings have dropped. But what the hell is this? Nadia Sahala, 57, calls us as Loose Women goes topless. I don't even know who she is. Okay, fine. Jeremy Clarkson has made us way about BBC's Doctor Who, claiming it. The programme has lost its spark with viewers after a recent episode accumulated underwhelming figures in ratings. I tell you, I'm so happy about that, because that is a metric that, well, there's been a lot of other metrics that said they've been doing terribly, but it's a metric apparently that nobody can ignore now. Nobody can deny. Right, the latest and the whole bull crap saying, "Oh no, they're just audiences in general are thinking." It's not. The narrative isn't really working. The narrative is coming unwound. The latest installment of the sci-fi show, which was once one of the flagship programs of broadcast, I think it still is, of the broadcasters, saw just 3.4 million tune-in. How did that wrong figure become the archetypal right figure? No, 3.21. Why are you giving them 190,000 viewers more than they got? And according to Clarkson's Farm Star, it's all over the writers to focus on storylines around lecturing the audience instead of entertaining them. Really? Has anybody else said this to your BBC? Have you ever heard this before? Doctor Who is no longer written to entertain or frighten kids or families, as the 61-year-old wrote in his latest column for The Sun. I should have pulled that up. It's used to lecture about climate change and corporate greed. I can't stand the BBC lecturing me about corporate greed. Really, BBC? Oh, God. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's like them lecturing us about child abuse. No. Keep to yourself, mate. You're still not doing very well there. It used corporate greed and all the other go-to storylines of BBC's playbook. He's absolutely correct. Actress Jodie Whittaker took over from Peter Capaldi's as the current incarnation of the Doctor, and the character she has played since September 11th in 2018. Okay. The day that will live in infamy. The series premiere logged a moderate 5.6 million. No, that's not true. We're talking about her first time on? It was like 9.2 overnight. If you're talking about Flux, I think that sounds right. Viewers at the time showing clear signs that the... Damn, did I miss a line? One second. Okay, no. Viewers... The series premiere logged at a moderate 5.6 minutes. Okay, if they're talking about The Woman Who Fell to Earth, that's not correct. Yeah, let me pull up the correct figures. Oh, God. You know, wouldn't it be great if journalism actually did their bloody jobs, right? Wouldn't that be crazy? Let me find the ratings. Ratings, series 11 to 13. Yeah, let's have a look. So the first one was... Well, then the 7-day ratings was a 10.96, right? If we're talking about Halloween Apocalypse, 5.8. So that was probably got a bit, but they probably got 4.6, I would think, in the overnight. So here, one sec. Over here. So 5.6. Is that what it's... I think it's talking about Flux, right? That sounds like what it's talking about. And it's wrong with that as well. At the time, stating clear signs that the show had been heading on a steep decline in recent years. Further to his column, January 7th, Jeremy took another jab at the BBC, asserting that it wasn't just Doctor Who that had been affected by how I totally lost some space there. It wasn't just that it had been affected by how writers were handling storylines. The same thing is true on everything to do with it. 6 o'clock news, The Country File. I hadn't really seen... Well, I only was seeing the end of Country File while I was waiting for Doctor Who to start. I watched this charming show by David Attenborough this week about noises birds make and noises birds and whales make. Well, okay, that sounds nice. The father, it was lovely, right up till the end when he played us a recording of a bird that's now extinct. To yes, you guessed it, climate change and habitat loss. Okay, it's been interesting. Okay, I don't understand. BBC and entertainment industry in general. Why do they think they're the moral arbiters? I mean, generally speaking, people who work in the entertainment industry are low-life scum, right? I mean, it seems to be to me. I don't get it. I really, genuinely don't get it. It's been an interesting start to the new year for Jeremy Clarkson, who learned last week his bid to open a restaurant in Cotswold has been rejected. I want to see. He did a show about farming. That sounds really interesting. West Yorkshire District Council opposed the filing. Even though a heap of local neighbourhood have backed Jeremy's scheme, people don't like to be wrong, right? People don't like to be wrong more than people like money, right? And I think our next story, our final story, will attest this. So this I saw doing a rounds on the Twats recently, and it's from about 3 weeks ago. So I was again ignored it, right? Ignored it. That was my go-to. I was just going to ignore this. News. John Barrowman has spoken out about not being able to return to Doctor Who. A fan tweeted at John saying, please make up with the BBC and return to Doctor Who and help reboot Torchwood. To which John responded, mate, they dumped me. I don't need to make up to anyone. That's exactly what happened. So the question people have been asking is, what happened to that Big Finish release, that Torchwood release that had David Tennant in it and John Barrowman, Absent Friends? Right, like what? Like it was yanked from the schedule along with James Dreyfus Master One. Now James Dreyfus Master One is Fourth Doctor Master One is scheduled now, I think, for next month or the month after. Still no sign on Barrowman. So what I think is going on here with Barrowman is he's permanently cancelled by the BBC. Why is he permanently cancelled? Because even though there was no victim whatsoever in this scandal, that wasn't what that wasn't right. Even though there was no it happened in the BBC's watch, and the BBC feels somewhat embarrassed by it, and so his gay status on the progressive stack didn't save him, because he's a man and men are evil, right? All men are evil, especially dealing with sexual stuff. So he's permanently cancelled. I mean, if you want to see a way, you want to see how the BBC treats somebody who they screw over, right? BBC will screw you over, and then they'll treat you like scum because they screwed you over. And boy, have I seen that in my life, right? So many times people will treat you badly because they have screwed you over. You just look at John Nathan Turner. Like there's a book called The Life and Scandalous Times of John Nathan Turner. And there's a chapter heading and it says BBC, it's something like BBC never forgets anybody who they've harmed, right? Because they wanted to go back and do it again. But yeah, I think he made the BBC look somewhat bad, and so therefore he is permanently cancelled. How do we know this? So people have been speculating what's going on with Big Finish. Why are they not releasing Absent Friends, right? Like why not? You put the money into it. How are you not? How on earth not releasing it? Not only have they not released it, they haven't mentioned it at all until today. On the Big Finish podcast, I have a quote somebody sent from me. On the Big Finish podcast, Nick Briggs finally brought up Absent Friends. Here's the quote. Fine. So this tells you everything, right? I have to speak very carefully now because this is a controversial area where people are pissed off, right? People are pissed off. But it may not have escaped your notice. There has been some controversy online about one of the cast members of Torchwood. The cast member, the star, right? And it's a sensitive and difficult path to navigate because so many people have different opinions and loyalties, and I'm not going to express anything about that, anything about any of that. Well, good for you, Nick. Okay, good for you. Because my fear has always been that Nick Briggs and Big Finish they just want to be part of the mob, right? They agree with the mob. They want to be part of the mob. And that's what it seemed like to me. That's what it seemed like to me. So he's saying, I'm not going to comment, which I like a lot. I like not speaking badly about other people. I think it's a really good thing. I think it's something that if we all did, you know, it would make the world so much better. But of course, we're licensed by the BBC. So this is his story anyway. And we really mustn't do anything that would, you know, bring the BBC to any disrepute or damage their fantastic reputation. BBC do not have a fantastic reputation. BBC have a reputation of putting out unending garbage. Right? But I guess they're the boss. As a brilliant creative broadcaster in the UK today. Again, mate, have you seen the reaction from the news that the license fee is probably will not be around much longer? Elation, absolute elation. So, you know, sometimes we're unable to inform you of things because of concerns of other than the actual range itself. But he's saying the BBC have spiked it, right? That's exactly what he's saying. BBC have spiked it, but rest assured, there's plenty more brilliant talk stuff coming up, created by James Goss and the crew. We will be giving more details to you as soon as we possibly can. So basically say, listen, please buy a Torchwood. Please, it wasn't us, it was the BBC. I think that's what he's saying, because I don't know. I don't think news is good for Big Finish. Right? They really need to turn around the quality of their content. And from the strength of their first release, they're trying and not hitting it, right? Especially if you listen to old Big Finish stuff, which is, generally speaking, freaking awesome. I did a video last week going over all these, the Charlotte Pollard, all the Charlie stories, and you forget how good it used to be, right? It's so sad, but you really forget how good Big Finish used to be in the 2000s, right? Doctor Who coming back, that was really great time for Big Finish. Because they were a company pushing forward and experimenting, and they were fearless and they were bold, and they become more successful. And when you become more successful, then bravery goes out the window, because you got what to lose, right? You got what to lose, and people don't want to lose anything. So there you go. So I don't think we're seeing John Barrowman back ever again in anything BBC related, unless there's a massive change at the BBC, which it seems to be the end of the BBC would count as a massive change. Is David Tennant the next Doctor? Maybe. I don't think so. Is Lydia West the next Doctor? Maybe. I don't think so. I just think it's going to be something that we really don't expect. So I don't think it'll be Jeremy Clarkson either. Right? I don't think is Jeremy Clarkson right? Of course he is, which is why people like him, right? And why Twitterati can't stand him. That's essentially the reason. I am hoping we're going to get an announcement, I don't know, of the next Doctor at some point. Who knows or dare say, but that will be our lodestone directing us where we're going to go. Fine. So, blimey, that was a long video. I thought I was going to call this Rumour Patrol Extra when I first said I'll just do this extra video and throw it in. I'll do my live stream there. Then I thought we had a 5-minute video. This is 48 minutes. Okay, 48 minutes. So there you go. You are now fully informed. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Check out Ice Warriors on my Substack. Sign up to Substack. Freaking awesome. Thank you very much. You want to be super nice. Sign up to my paid one. Great stuff coming there soon. And I do try and look after my subscribers. Why? Because I love you all, baby. I love you all. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. Ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop.